friends, welcome to this week's video. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for all the love and all the comments on last week's video. It's always the most fun part when I read you guys' comments and we get to talk about anything. This morning was a little bit chaotic because I spilled a lot of milk on our stove. Right before that, I just cleaned the whole kitchen. So it wasn't the most chill way to start the morning. It took all my power to not freak out. I'm on my period as well. I was not having it. I needed to take a deep breath to just clean it up and forget about it. And speaking of comments, one of you said that you are reading The Door by Sabu Magda. I do have that book and I wanted to read it for a long time. And what if I read it in the month of March and then we can just talk about it? So yesterday I started reading The Door. I only read like 3 pages, but in those 3 pages she already made the story so intriguing. And I have some other books on my TBR for March. I have The Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf, The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway, Orlando by Virginia Woolf again. I wanted to read this in February, but I didn't get to it. And then I have Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm going on a date with my partner. We both finished work, so it's so nice to spend Friday afternoon together. I'm gonna bring my book with me just because I think I'm gonna read on the bus. We'll see. Maybe I'll go on foot. We'll see, but I always bring a book with me. So this is the outfit. I thought that I would go with something more girly or something like that. I don't know. This is going to be my little bag because I don't feel like bringing anything bulky with me. So I'm putting in my book. I'm gonna put in my lip balm, a pen. I always bring a pen with me. I need to put my ID in here and I think that's it. So let's go. It's been a beautiful day. So I just sat down to write in my journal and commemorate the day. I have a journal in here that I like to keep as a memory notebook. I just started it like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago when I got this journal. So far I have 2 memories in here, 2 days that I want to remember fondly of. And today is gonna go in here. It was an ordinary day, but it was just so calm. So nice. I did everything that I planned and it made me incredibly happy. So I'm just gonna put this flower in here that I picked up while we were running. Well, running slash walking, because I haven't ran in like 3 months. So this was my first time back and it wasn't nice. I'm not in my best form, but it's fine. So I'm just gonna journal for a bit.
Looking pretty congealed.
Hi, hello. This vlog was a little bit different because it was a weekend vlog. Usually this is what I do in the weekends. Sometimes we go out, sometimes we just stay in. But usually they are pretty chill, pretty cozy. I do want to talk about the door. I'm literally halfway through. I love how Sabo Magda creates these complex characters. There are so many layers to them, and I'm just so invested in finding out more and more about them. And usually that's my cup of tea, like not much of a plot but all about the characters. So I'm enjoying this. It's becoming a favorite. We'll see. There's still half of it left. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. And I know that I say this a lot, but I'm still just so surprised and overwhelmed by all the support in the comments. Yeah, I'm so grateful. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful start to your week and see you next time. Bye, friends.